All right, let's bring in Pate, criminal defense attorney and constitutional attorney. Paige, good to have you this morning.
Good morning.
What do you make of that that threat, I guess we'll call it, from the ACLU that they'll bring a lawsuit?
Well, they're drawing a line in the sand, and I think it makes perfect sense. The ACLU certainly has the ability to legally challenge any directive that President Trump will make if those policies are inconsistent with the Constitution. Now, it's different than suing him personally. They would sue him in his official capacity or someone else in the administration to try to get a court to review the constitutionality of the particular proposal.
Now, that's a lawsuit that could come after he takes the oath, but there are several, about 75 lawsuits that Trump and his interests are facing as he heads into the White House. What's the future of those? Well,
we've never seen anything like this. I mean, presidents have had lawsuits filed against them before. Kennedy had one, Nixon had one, Bill Clinton most recently had one in the Paula Jones situation. Presidents are not immune from being sued for stuff they did before they took office. Now, you can't sue them individually for things that they do while they're in office, but stuff that Trump is facing, all that precedes his election as president. So he will have to face those lawsuits. He could have to go through depositions, as he's already done before he was a candidate, and he could also theoretically have to testify at trial.
So we know that sometimes the legal system moves at a snail's pace, but we've got 4 years here of an administration, and I guess these cannot be put off until 4 or 8 years, until after his administration ends.
We don't know. I mean, that's a great question. I think some judges will want to push them back and say, look, it's just going to be logistically difficult to call a president in from, say, the G20 summit to testify at this trial. But is that fair to the people who are on the other side of these lawsuits? I mean, we heard that a lot of people that did business with him were simply stiffed and had to sue him to try to get their money back. And for a judge to say, look, you're going to have to wait 4 years, maybe 8 years, I don't know if that's quite fair.
So what do you foresee settlements one after the other in these cases?
That would be the easiest way to resolve them. Get them settled, get them dismissed, do what you need to do before you actually take office so that you don't have that distraction or that potential distraction while you're president.
Yeah, an important date coming up in the Trump University suit in just a couple of weeks. There was one promise that was made that stood out to everyone who watched the third debate that Donald Trump made. Let's watch that.
If I win, I am going to instruct my Attorney General to get a special prosecutor to look into your situation, because there has never been so many lies, so much deception. There has never been anything like it, and we're going to have a special prosecutor.
Now, do you expect that he'll make good on that promise?
It seems like he's already walking back a little bit from that promise. He could do it. Legally, he can absolutely do it. He will control the Justice Department. He could have his Attorney General do it. He could appoint a special prosecutor. But we've never seen anything like this before. And certainly the advisors that are talking to him, hopefully with law degrees, are saying this is not a good direction to go in. But it's possible.
Yeah, and there could be some lawsuits filed by Trump against the women who have accused that he sexually assaulted them. He said that at an event, he said it in Gettysburg during that contract with American voters speech, that he would sue each of these women. Well, now that he's president-elect and will be the president in about 69 days, I assume we haven't seen anything like that either.
No.
Do you expect that he'll file those lawsuits?
I don't. I mean, based on his history, he threatens lawsuits all the time. I mean, the saying was, his old motto was, I'll sue you before build the wall. So I really think that was a threat. It's unprecedented to have a sitting president filing lawsuits and pursuing people. So no, I think that was just a campaign thing.
All right. Pate, always good to have you.
Great to be here.
Christy?